Welcome back, guys, to Trails to Azure, where last episode, reaching the roof of Orcus Tower, we were surprised to find Deirdre Croyce awaiting beside the White Ion, who after sharing his motivations, warped inside the last robot to do battle with the SSS, with our squad able to bring the machine to its knees only for it to quickly recover due to its unlimited power supply, until the power was suddenly cut off entirely. With Professor Novartis arriving to reclaim his creation, Deirdre was cut loose by his faction as Ian Grimwood revealed himself as the brain of the operation as their plan continued to advance, with a gigantic Azure Tree sprouting within a now liberated Crossbell. We now wonder what will happen next. I'm a little worried though. Are you for real? That thing's absolutely nuts. Is it true? Did Kia really make that tree appear? Yes, we have no reason to doubt it. The Azure Tree, the final form of the artificial septarium. How unfathomable that such a thing could sprout from the delusions of man. Am I correct in assuming that even you don't know what kind of power it's capable of? Yes, all my senses tell me is that there is something extraordinary about the blue light it emits. It holds ascendancy over all elements, time, space, and mirage included. The Croyce family manufactured the Septarian of Zero as a facsimile of the Septarian of Mirage. Could it be that the power to control space and time was included in the process? I cannot profess to hold any insight on what the Septarion is capable of. Simply put, it would be to our benefit to assume that nothing is beyond its limits. You're kidding. A power of that magnitude would rival even Adios herself. So unto a god. Whatever the case, it doesn't change what we have to do. Adios, Maribel, Mr. Grimwood, and everyone standing with them. We're going to find out what it is they're really after, and then we're taking Kia back. Exactly. Without a doubt. Oh, heck yeah. This is starting to give me goosebumps. In a good way, of course. Grace, what are you still doing here? Shouldn't you have disembarked with Speaker McDowell? Can it, mister? You can't tell me what to do. I've got a duty to give Crossbellans the facts, and there's no better place to find them than on the front lines. So let me do my job, and that front page feature is as good as yours. This can hardly end well. I hate to change the subject, but we better get this head start and prepping up. You're right, there's no telling what could be waiting for us there. Flying on the ground has ceased, so there's no place in the state we can't get to with the Merkabah now. You can give the order if there's somewhere in particular you need to visit. Will do. Okay, that sounds like other places, which is good. Does that mean there's at least one more patrol? Because the main issue with that is that, all of a sudden we're like, let's go! And I'm like, I'm missing stuff. Am I actually missing one recipe? No, 2 recipes. Have I missed stuff? I'm a bit worried at this point. What have I missed? Where have I missed? Anyway, let's get talking to people. We did get a new item. Let's find out what that is too. Strength, defense, ATS, ADF, 100. Speed, move +5. Accuracy, evasion +10%. Okay. Who the hell do I give that to? I mean, it's better than the green charm, obviously. Well, I mean, you are the police. Why not, I guess? That's big. That's good. Alright, so all of Crossbell is open. Let's start in the Merkabah. Maybe get some mirror again because we're poor. Maybe the bank will now do me favorable rates, though the bank owner is gone. What did happen to Deirdre? I mean, I guess we arrested him, but still. Need a bit more information than that. I can sense a presence similar to Kia's emanating from that tree. Maribel stated that the tree itself is Kia, correct? I'm still not sure what to make of that. What could she be trying to achieve by bringing it into its existence? Honestly, I probably should have gone back to holding up on my base in the geofront. What's going on with you guys? It's too fun to pass up, though. So since I'm already here, I think I'll just stick around to the end. Hey, better be grateful, got that? Sure thing. Oh, hi, Lloyd. You look like you didn't get much sleep last night. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I think so. I'm probably just fatigued from having to juggle so many crises all at once. If you say so, just try not to push yourself too hard, okay? I don't know what I'd do with myself if I lost you, the others, or Adios, forbid. No, I get scared about it sometimes. It's okay, Fram. We'll be careful. being careful isn't enough. You need to rest up during times like these. Oh, I know, I could give you a back massage if you want. If I focus on the right pressure points, I can take out those knots like pow, instant energy. That sounds more painful than relaxing. No, I'm good. I really appreciate the thought, though. Just talking with you is enough to lift my spirits, Fran. Wow, really? You don't know how happy I am to hear that. After all, boosting the team's morale is one of my responsibilities as your operator. And trust me, you do a stellar job of it. The SSS would have had a hard time working through the stress without your smiling face to greet us on the terminal screen. I'm sure everyone at the department feels the same way about working with you. Oh, come on, now you're just flattering me. But you're right about one thing, Lloyd. I'll always be there to cheer you and the SSS on. That's why I want you to have this. Fran's charm. Is this a good luck charm? Yep, don't be shy. Go on and take it. I made it as a way to pray for your guys' safety, so I'm sure it'll work like a, well, you know. I bet it will. Thanks for this, Fran. Take good care of it, okay? You better take care of that charm, okay, Lloyd? I made it as a way to pray for your guys' safety, so hold on to it. I'm sure it'll work well. Like a, well, you know. Fran's charm is evasion plus 10% defense and ADF. Nice. I'll talk to you when I go away. Do you know what I mean? Breaking news. Massive tree springs out of wetlands. You just can't make this stuff up. The thing's taller than Orcus Tower. I bet you can even see it from the Empire and the Republic. Then again, the entire continent already has its eyes on Crossbell. Azure Tree or no. I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to cover this. What's a few years off my life in return for the story of the century? You're at the source, war correspondent. There are requests. Ancient Battlefield, Knox Forest, and East Crossbell Highway. A dangerous monster, Akamana, has been sighted on East Crossbell Highway. 6,000 Mirror, short. A dangerous monster, Dark Legend, has been sighted on the Ancient Battlefield. And Magicom has been sighted in Knox Forest. So we have quests. There's a day before us. There's even more DP to get. Oh my god, I wonder how like loose the requirements are. They're usually really strict. What the hell? Have we already reached first? Is there a rank above? Wonder if Belle planned on discarding her father from the very beginning. To think Mr. Grimwood was the mastermind behind their whole plan. I can't make any sense of this, but the more I linger on it, the more confused I get. There's one thing I know for sure, though. We have no choice but to venture to that Azure Tree. Everything that happened on top of the tower has me a little overwhelmed. I have a score to settle in that giant tree. Only then will I be able to come to terms with myself. My mind is made. We should depart as soon as our preparations are complete. Risha has fulfilled her promise to herself, now that Ark-en-Ciel and Crossbell City are free. Maybe she can be convinced to visit Ilia at St. Ursula before we storm the Azure Tree. Yes, we should take you there. Whether you will manage to have any impact whatsoever on the Azure Tree, I couldn't say. Its power rivals that of even the goddess herself, and that is no exaggeration. Never did I imagine the obsessive delusions of man would be powerful enough to spawn such a thing. That giant tree showing up as even the holy city of Arteria in an uproar. What we have here is an unanticipated miracle, one that wasn't even referenced in any of the church's testaments. The salt pell that struck Northumbria was the same way. It's only natural our leadership would be cautious. But as long as Kia is in there, we can't afford to drag our feet. I'll take full responsibility with the church for whatever we do from here, so let a boss know when you're ready to head for that tree. No, we should pick up Kevin. Surely 2 dominions is greater than 1. They can fit in this. As long as Kia's in that tree, we can't afford to sit around waiting for permission from the holy city of Arteria. You're going to want to stock up before we make our way to the Azure Tree. That said, there's a limit to what we can provide here. Might be a good idea to check in on your allies around Crossbell and visit any facilities we don't have on board. You never know what could happen next. Make sure you don't leave any regrets behind. I don't have any regrets. You wouldn't want to head into the Azure Tree without any regrets. Who's to say what could happen in there? So it's the same weapons and the same gear here. Paper? Big tree appears in city. What the crap? Who cares what that huge tree is? As far as we're concerned, it's just another weed for us to pull. Am I right, Lloyd? As long as we remember that we're fine to bring Keto back, we're golden. So come on, if we have time to sit around and gossip, we may as well get to storming that thing. My halberd and berserker are in tip-top shape and ready for action. Now let's hurry up and bring Keto home already. I see you're sticking with us there, Detective Dudley. There's something I want to tell you, Bannings. You've grown a lot this past year. Come again. It's obvious now that I've been able to observe you and your team at work. Your deductive and investigative skills are sound. You're not the fresh-faced rookie you used to be. You've still got a long way to go before you measure up to Guy and McLean when you were on the force, but you're on the right path. Seems it was the right call to have you train with the 1st Division. Where is this coming from all of a sudden? I'm not done yet. Pipe down and listen. Yes, sir. Now, even though I compare you to Guy and McLean just now, that doesn't mean you should try and emulate them. You have your own unique merits. Develop them, and you'll come that much closer to becoming a first-rate detective. I hope you'll take this to heart and work even harder to carve out your own niche. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Nothing really. I'm just surprised is all. It's not like you to dole out compliments, sadly. Now listen here. The future of the Defense Force depends on how this all goes down, but the CPD will continue to exist no matter what. When this is all over and done with, I'm sure there will still be a place for you on the Force. I simply felt I should offer my guidance as a senior detective of the 1st Division in order to prepare you. Nothing more. So that's how it is. Thank you, Dudley. I'll keep on striving to live up to your expectations of me. Don't put words in my mouth, Bannings. Everything I've said is based on my objective analysis of what you've accomplished up to this point. More importantly, unless this current crisis is resolved and the truth is brought to light, there won't be a future for either of us. How long will it take before he finally opens up about the way he feels? Wipe that grin off your face, Bannings. Sorry. Lloyd and Dudley learned Hearts of Iron too. It was strengthened. Detective, do right. You have your own unique merits. Develop them and you'll become that much closer to becoming a first-rate detective. I hope you'll take this to heart and work even harder to carve out your own niche. Barial Scon, commander of the CDF, has been transferred to Commander Bales. Their forces will have their hands full, quelling the civil unrest caused by the Azure Tree's sudden appearance. I'm tempted to go down and help them, but I know the situation is under control with the commander at the helm. Let's keep moving forward. We have our own mission to complete. The Defense Force should be fine now it's under Commander Bales' command. Should it? The tension aboard feels even higher than it was while we were working to liberate Crossbell City. This is going to be our final stretch. Helios be with you all. Ah, look, it's the finale. It's the final finale of finaliness. So final, the final finales. Only now. But it's not, because we've got at least a few more hours of Crossbell patrols. Even the church is yet to discern the true meaning behind the Azure Tree's emergence. There's no telling what would happen were we to enter it. Alternatively, we could use this time to visit other locations around Crossbell. If there is other business you need to take care of, perhaps I should take precedence. Well, there's quests. I should take necessary precautions. Should I now? Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Okay, I can go to Crossbell City. Where does this land? Good point. I want to see. That's... I mean, we put the teleport spot. My car! I guess we got the Merkabah. Cop, where are you? Gotta make sure you're fed. It's important, right? Meow. We need you to watch over the building for a bit, Cop. No need to worry. We'll make sure Kia comes home safely. Meow. What do I feed you? We don't trade the Elder King for anything. Maybe I should have given you that. Again, I have no clue what I have given you or what I haven't given you. Such is the way. Let's just feed you a fish. Yan yan. Panya! Impede one. Nyan 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 nyan. Cats! Oh my, are you giving this to me? Thanks, Cop. We'll make sure to put it to good use. Cats. Cat's eyes. Cats. It is absorbs magic attacks, 50% chance. It's a strong ATS course. Level 4 boost to start off with, not bad. Cats. It's the caster one. I guess you could have that leveled up and then If someone's got magic reflect, you just eat it yourself. Another master courses indeed. Oh. Randy's room's better. Oh, well. I guess you don't really have time to move in when I think about it. Don't know if there's anything going on in here, so that's why we're checking around in case there's any sparkly shiny. Still a Crossbell in a down state by the music, isn't it? Now, we really can't use that anymore. The SSS really is not our base, is it? Well, let's begin patrolling as we always do. The last one. Feels like the whole city's finally calming down, aside from that giant spooky tree, that is. Looks like we have a long road ahead of us. Times like these call for everyone to do their part. The last one. Probably, for now, is the correct thing to say. Okay, so there's no extra weapons to make? It was just the previous tier of weaponry, was it? I want to make some extra weapons for our dudes, then. You say it's a big patrol, but it's actually just a normal patrol when you think about it. In fact, considering it only has, at the moment, of course, there might be more. Considering it only has 3 kill quests, because it doesn't have quests to bulk it out, it's probably a lot shorter than we think. I don't know, we'll find out as we go around. I know things are looking rough, but don't get discouraged, Lloyd. After all the hardships you've been through, nothing's going to stop you from solving this case too. If there's anything I'm positive about, it's that. So have some confidence and get out there. Thanks, Kate. That means a lot. I'm sure your team can crack this case just like you did before. The Metropolitan Division has your back. It's a bit... yeah, crack the giant tree case. My husband said he'd return into City Hall, so I think me and Mimi will head back home. I'm sure there'll be plenty to worry about in the future, but as long as we stick together as a family, nothing will bring us down. Daddy said he has to go to work now. You're always working too, right, Lloyd? Just so you know, I'm always cheering for you, so don't give up, okay? We won't. Thanks, Mimi. Daddy's amazing, but so is the SSS. We're always working so hard. I'm going to cheer my hardest for you guys too, so don't give up, okay? Well, I suppose it's time I headed back to Orcus Tower. Things are probably strung up in chaos over there too, and they're going to need my help to get things back in gear. I'm not aware of the details, but it seems we lost an ally in those islands, or perhaps weapons would be more apt. Whether or not his methods were just, I'm positive President Croyce only ever procured them for Crossbell's protection. In spite of all the chaos he caused, I just can't bring myself to condemn him for it. I mean... he's going to jail, hopefully. He definitely deserves it. I don't know. There's level of forgiveness here, I don't know. I said, of course, we do have like a murderer of many people on our team, but still. I think Celtio has finally turned the corner when it comes to cooking. Ah, good for him. Maybe I can retire soon after all. There's no telling what will happen to the city, but I do know one thing. I want to keep making delicious food for everyone to eat. We're going to have limited access to ingredients going forward, but we can get around that with some ingenuity. I've never been more fired up to cook. Watch out, Will. Here comes Celtio. Chef has one job, and that's providing people with delicious food. I've never been more fired up to cook. Okay, then. I think Vingsept has a bright future with Celtio and Nono working here. Crossbell has quite a lot of issues to overcome before I can retire, though. As long as we work together, I'm sure there's nothing we can't solve. Gotta check if there's a paper. Glowing blue tree, huh? It's getting harder to separate fantasy from reality these days. I think I'm gonna need more caffeine for this. Yeah. Celtio's surprisingly motivated today. It actually makes me feel a little better, despite everything going on outside. He's found the way. Do you think, Lecter and Gilliker are still kicking around? They did provide some heavy assistance. What is with that giant tree? It's like totally insane. I like coming off it, it's pretty and stuff, but I don't know. It just gives me the creeps for some reason. Like, what's gonna happen now? Oh, catch you. What's with that giant tree in the sky? Just when I thought it was finally safe to come out, too. It's not gonna come falling down on us, is it? This must be what an existential dread feels like. I had a lot of that lately, haven't you? To be perfectly true. What's with the huge tree in the sky? It shouldn't even be physically possible. Wait, should I really be standing here handing out balloons right now? Maybe. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. To be honest, I'm in no mood to shop, but staying at home wasn't doing my nerves any favors. Hopefully things go back to normal soon, so I can shop for appliances in peace. I wonder if her dad's here again. Well, I guess there's no tourists. Still, so that's a few less people. Few less, yes. Oh, Chaco, my sweet little girl. She has no idea how worried her dear old dad's been about her. I think she probably knows. I'm gonna die of embarrassment if my dad keeps staring holes into me like this. Still, in a way, it's comforting to know he's that concerned about me. Good to see you, SSS. Congrats on finally putting a stop to the big bad president. Crossbell's wild ride isn't over and done with just yet, though. Best of luck to us both, Lloyd. Thanks, we're gonna need it. Don't let anything stop you from keeping this place standing, okay, Wendy? We're gonna need someone to tinker with our Enigma 2s when this is all said and done. You betcha, Lloyd. Can't just send you out there with nothing but my well wishes, though. So here, take these. Free EP charge freeze. Thanks, Wendy. These will definitely come in handy. No sweat. It's the least I can do. Anyway, I'm sure you have more important places to be. Keep safe, all right? Once all of this blows over, you, me, and Oscar should get something to eat together for old time's sake. Sounds like a plan. We've still got a ways to go before Crossbell's wild ride is over and done with. Best of luck to us both, Lloyd. I'm guessing there's no new courts. But to be honest, there's probably a lot of courts for me to find out there. From those chests that maybe I can now reach. I say maybe. It's most likely yes. Definitely. Finally is more to the point, isn't it? Weird. Giant tree or not, it feels good to go outside. All that martial law was making me stir crazy. I think I'll take this opportunity to pick up some snacks for Sarone. She's gonna love it. I made contact with Chroma and confirmed she's alright. In fact, she's already back working at Juice Cup. That daughter of mine really takes after her mama when it comes to making mirror. I'm glad everything is good. We've really got to keep our eye out, though. It's like... more than I thought missing. Scott was here a little while ago. Thankfully, he's been holding up okay. Watching him work so hard for all of us makes me want to do my part, too. Oh, where's he gone? Oh. Lester makes some excellent points. I still have a lot to learn, both as an entrepreneur and as a salesman. Nevertheless, I want to do everything in my position to help Crossbell in the here and now. I still have a lot to learn, do you? No sooner had martial law ended than that bizarre tree appeared out of thin air. Calvard and Erebonia are no less of a threat either. It begged the question, what could I as an individual do in the face of such unprecedented hardship? The answer is the same for myself as it is for every one of us. We must think rationally and act on our best judgment. Best thing merchants like us can do at a time like this is to keep our services open to those who need them. With international trade routes still closed, our supplies are going to be limited, but I'm sure we'll get by one way or another. There is a new Crossbell Times. The uncensored press edition, right? That should be a read. President Dieter Croix detained. Sitting president suddenly detained. This afternoon, President Dieter Croix was brought into custody by the CPD's Special Support Section. His charges include accessory to terrorism, unlawful imprisonment of Diet members, seditious conspiracy, and misuse of government property, among other crimes. We expect that the president will be transferred to the 1st Division's custody before long. The current situation. A great number of President Croix's crimes have been brought to light. Despite his actions, there has been no change to his position, nor has any formal arrest warrant been issued at the time of writing. Nevertheless, our ground correspondent was able to witness these events firsthand, and it's thanks to these efforts that we are able to bring readers this historic report. On the behalf of this publication, I apologize for the delay with which the truth was reported. The startling circumstances. The following report concerns a matter of state law. The process by which Crossbell attempted to declare independence was unlawful, and thus the crimes that occurred by that process must be placed under scrutiny. According to an investigation conducted by the Special Support Section, President Croix employed the Jaeger Corps, known as the Red Constellation, and ordered them to attack Crossbell, leaving untold destruction in their wake. In doing this, the president manufactured a crisis he used to sway public opinion. From the referendum to the Declaration of Independence, the entire movement was predicated on deceit. The president himself has admitted to the foregoing allegations of wrongdoing. There can be no doubt that the events that have taken place in Crossbell over the past several months were all by his design. The duality of President Croix. Dieter Croix was elected mayor in the aftermath of the cult incident. Among numerous political reforms, he pushed the state into pursuing independence and positioned himself as its ruler. It is believed that the president is also responsible for the terrorist attacks, the cult incident itself, and other events. A review of events and the Declaration of Invalidity. Our police investigation intended to uncover Croix's scheme sooner, but the officers involved wound up detained and imprisoned. Some, however, managed to escape confinement and succeed in freeing Speaker McDowell, who had been held under house arrest. The Speaker then went on to declare the state's independence invalid, detailing how the president's actions were fundamentally unlawful. The speech allowed police officers who'd been unable to openly oppose Croix to unite and storm Orcus Tower in hopes of ending the conflict and freeing the city. The president's dramatic capture soon followed. President Croix and the state's future. Now that President Croix is in custody and the barrier surrounding Crossbell City has fallen, the safety of the citizenry is assured. Unfortunately, the state remains in an extremely tenuous position. The president has yet to testify, but when he does, the Crossbell Times will be there to cover the story in full. We urge our readers abroad to remain calm and pay close attention to the situation in Crossbell as it unfolds. Breaking news, giant tree sprouts near Michelin. For reasons yet unknown, a giant glowing tree has suddenly appeared near the Michelin resort. Clearly visible even from Crossbell City, it makes for a truly ominous sight. News of this extraordinary phenomenon, in addition to the president's arrest, has resulted in major panic throughout the state. Nevertheless, all citizens are urged to remain calm, as a team of police officers has already been dispatched to investigate. Sounds so weird when you say, the army? No, a team of police officers. Just say the SSS might actually have a bit more luck with carrying favor. Getting rid of some fears. Did that tree really just pop up out of thin air? Is this a dream? A magic trick? Someone pinched me. Right as we stepped outside, that giant tree popped up out of nowhere. I don't know what that thing is all about, but it better not get in the way of my retail therapy. Goodness. I've been mulling it over, and I think it's finally time to launch my new brand. Adversity breeds innovation, as they say. I'm going to roll out fashion lines everyone across the continent will love. What brand is this? Oh. Is it after your name by any chance? You can't put that in the game. There was an issue with that in Shin Megami Tensei 2. The sight of that massive tree immediately brought to mind the floating structure that appeared over La Belle last year. At least in this case, our ornaments still work. Thanks heavens for that. No one has any idea where that tree came from, but at least it doesn't appear to be any immediate threat. I wouldn't mind if it had vanished as quickly as it appeared, though. The thing's a terrible eyesore. Hairdos. All of our retailers are committed to staying open to help everyone during these trying times. Same goes for me. I'm going to give this every bit of lady power I have. Just power. All of our retailers... You don't have to put a gender before it. While the store will struggle to acquire imported goods, we'll always have our custom ordering to fall back on. We also plan to contract more artisans as part of Hanson Shu's commitment toward providing customers with a full range of services. You didn't hear that? It's not getting late. Ah! Let me out of the door. It's probably, yep, these two, but they're standing up this time. Blue glow going from that tree makes it look positively enchanting. How'd that tree grow so big? Man, life sure is weird, huh? That's my daughter you're talking about. Now, we can't actually see it. We can see the wrecked IBC in the background, though. Right, Central Square. One tick off the list. We will leave Station Street for when we go out to Ursula, I guess. Let's check out the more important locations first, I guess. Why looks really sad. He should stop being such a worrywart and play with me instead. Man, they managed to put as many W's in there as they could, didn't they? The president gets apprehended. An ominous blue tree pops out of nowhere. When are we ever going to catch a break? All I want is for things to go back to the way they were. What's wrong, Roy? Nothing. Don't worry about it. There's no time to be afraid when I've got this little rascal to watch out for. Protecting Mei Ling is the most important thing in the world to me. As long as she's safe, everything else will be fine. What? Yeah. Hazel went back to the downtown district a little while ago. The old me would have been upset at him for leaving us again so soon. But I know he just wants to look out for his friends and everyone else in the neighborhood. Hazel's become his own person now, so I'm not going to nag him the way I used to. I know he's doing everything he can to help his friends and neighbors downtown. I got really scared when I saw that big tree outside, but as he said he'd do something about it, and that made me feel better. He may be my brother, but I don't think even he can make that tree go away. Still, I'm glad he wanted to cheer me up. My brother's the coolest. I feel a lot better thanks to him. If only my husband was still with us. Ozma would have chosen to fight for what was right until the very end. That was his pride as a guardsman. Please, Special Support Section, keep watching over Noelle and Fran. My daughters are in your care. You can work them as hard as you like until you've resolved this crisis. We're going in the tree, Mum. Let's talk of rewriting things. Father seems excited to be going back to work. I'm happy for him. What about you, Marie? Yeah, Anne? Yeah, Anne? Yeah, Owen. The company I worked for closed after the IBC building went down, but we recently rented a small office space and opened up again. It's been a while though, so I'll need to shake off the rust. Still, I'm eager to get back to providing for our family. Marie included, of course. It's a relief to know Cindy and Sophia's families are safe. That isn't the end of things, though. Oh, how I wish life would go back to normal soon. I guess they must be back at home, the Hayworths. And that is going to be properly locked.